Oh,
Got
yeah.
That was big,
That was
right?
good. Oh, yeah.
Wow. What do you think of that one?
That was great.
Got
Oh,
it.
yeah. Yep, that's it.
Wasn't that cool? That was a good adjustment.
I didn't even know my neck can do that stuff.
Yeah. So we have Sam here today, and Sam is, you're in school for pharmacy, right?
Yes.
How much time do you have left?
I graduate May 14th.
Whoa! Anybody leave a thumbs up in the comments or wish her good luck? How long was that program?
3 years.
3 years. That's tough. Very good for you.
Yes.
So, and then you have a child too?
Yes.
So I think you said a 9-year-old, right?
He's 8.
8, okay. So imagine going back to school with an 8-year-old. So that takes a lot. I respect that. Thank you. What do you want to work on today?
So I've been having some pain here, so just tightness, obviously being in the computer all the time, my head is always down, so, and then like right in here, so from my shoulder,
Okay,
blades,
all through here.
yes,
So we're going to have to work
and
that
then
out.
just my neck.
All right, we're going to
Just
work
some
that out.
tightness.
We might even do the Y strap today. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah. And did you do sports growing up or
Yeah.
anything like that? Tell us about that.
I ran track in high school and college.
Oh, wow.
4 years in college, and I was long jumping one day.
Was that your event?
That was my event, one of them. I
Yeah.
was a sprinter. I didn't take it too seriously, but I was a runner. And I landed, and basically one day, when I landed, it was just
You wrenched the whole back?
pretty much. And
Yeah.
my trainer said I basically fractured a rib. So
Ooh.
it was just like the floating rib. So
Yeah.
since then, like my whole left side's been affected. But then school started, and then just some tension, stress.
And it reactivated it almost, right?
Yeah.
So turn with your back to us really quick. So we have 7 bones in the neck, and then we have 12 thoracic bones. Now each thoracic bone, the vertebras, have a rib. So 10 of the ribs directly or indirectly wrap around to the front. The reason why I say directly or indirectly is at the top they directly come in. Indirectly they come up and still with they're almost like cartilage ribs at the very end here, and they group up and still come into the sternum. We have the manubrium, the sternum, but the last 2 ribs do not connect, and those are called floating ribs. So rib number 11 and 12 come around like this and stop, while the other ones come all the way up into here, directly or indirectly. They get up here.
Yeah.
The
And
floating
rib
ribs,
is my issue.
she snapped off a little edge of that floating rib, either on T11 or T12, and it probably looks on an x-ray like a little, like almost like my pinky nail, floating, like a floating bone. And it's going to just be there your whole life. There's no sense of doing surgery to remove it. Interesting note is someone like Cher, the performer, she had her last 2 ribs removed to have more of a figure, and she did that. And the downside of that, I guess it does give you a better waistline if you're a big celebrity, but the downside is we still need those ribs for stability and to protect organs. So we want them to protect our spleen on the left, and that floating rib gives us a little spleen protection. It also protects us on our kidneys because our kidneys are back here. So I don't know if I would have my ribs removed just for looks. I could use a little less love handles, but but it's still a risky surgery, I think, for protecting your vital organs. So I'm glad you didn't do that, but in your case, you just fractured one. So you're actually a college long jumper.
Yeah.
Do you ever use the words back in the day? Like, back in the day.
Yeah,
Back in
and then
the
I
day.
had my son, and it was just
Yeah.
like, I'm not an athlete anymore. I gained weight.
So which tightness was it, the left or the right
left.
side? Okay.
So all of my left side is the issue.
All right, so I'm going to have you start on your back, okay? And you're going to be face up. I have of all the people on my YouTube channel that's left the most comments, I think it's Kenneth. He's left like thousands and thousands of comments over the last 2 years that we've had the channel. And the channel now is exactly 2 years old. I started it April 17th, 2019. Kenneth, thank you for leaving the most comments. But one of the things Kenneth shared with me is he likes to hear what athletic background people have. And in your case, you do have an athletic background. You were, track and field. And that takes a certain, athletic career to get there. And you'll also have certain aches and pains. And the thing with jumping is when you land right, beautiful. But if you land wrong, it's a collision with the ground. And did you ever triple jump?
Yeah, I wasn't good at that.
Yeah. So triple jump's another event. That's
all the pressure.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure too. Now, where do you feel it the most when I come down the neck?
Where?
Yeah.
So here is it's tight in here.
Got it.
So all my sternocleidomastoid, that's what it's called, right?
Yeah, SCM, sternocleidomastoid, because it goes from the sternum to the clavicle to the mastoid bone. So it has 3 attachments: sternum, clavicle, mastoid is the big bumpy bone on the back of your occiput. So it's a 3 insertion, and it's called the SCM, sternocleidomastoid muscle. So you're right, perfect. If I flex the neck up like this here, pull your, and now kind of tighten your face a little bit. That's the muscle here. Can you guys see it? So it goes here. She has a perfect one. And there's a little attachment here. And you can relax now. But that, she just showed us the SCM. So I'm going to put a couple of dots of oil on my thumb so I don't pull your skin. I have a few pharmacists, and over the years, a few pharmacy students that have come in over the last years, and I'm always impressed with their medical knowledge. They do a lot for us. They don't just dispense your medications. They also have to have the knowledge base to even warn a customer at the store saying, those medicines that you're on, did your doctor explain that they could interact? And sometimes people go to many doctors and they're on 10 medications and they might not be aware that certain drugs have interactions, and it's the pharmacists that save lives. Sometimes too. I'm not saying the doctors don't, but it's the pharmacists that sometimes point out danger signals to people and say, hey, keep your eye out for this, or you might want to check with your doctor. So it's wonderful that you do that type of work. Yes. Oh, so let me finish up with this. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you so much. On this 2nd year anniversary of the channel, the most comments of anybody. Let's put in the comments below how many you think they are, because I think you're able to look that up on your stats, but I think it's like 5,000 comments or something. He's done tremendous support. Thank you so much, Kenneth. And Kenneth is a power lifter. He's from Sweden, and he still lifts a wonderful amount of weight. But I love his knowledge base. So he really knows the sport. He knows about technique. He knows about physiology, sports physiology. Really smart guy, and it's fun to hear his knowledgeable comments. So thank you. Now you can feel that, right? Mm-hmm. So now I'm in the spot that she told me, and I'm under the SCM, because we could see this is the SCM, everybody, right? I'm squeezing it, but I'm going under the posterior aspect of the SCM. I'm digging under the muscle, which is clicked.
Yes,
did you hear that? So before I even thrust it into it, I'm already getting it to click because I'm in the right spot. I've been working on horses for a couple of years now. I got my degree in animal chiropractic. I have a new animal chiropractic channel called Animal Cracker. Please check it out. But even with big horses, you don't always have to push so hard. If you get the right spot at the right angle, you can move the bone. So I could take a 1,500-pound horse, and if I'm on the right spot, it will move the bone. Sometimes I have to use a lot of force. But check out that channel. There's it's called Animal Cracker. It's taking off like crazy. It's getting really busy. And I have horses, dogs, cats, rabbits, chickens, goats, chickens. I adjust chickens on that channel. So here we go. I'm going to adjust this. Ready? What do you think of that?
That was great.
All right. We're going to do the Y strap next, okay?
Yes.
So scoot down towards me. And even a little more. And a little more. Keep coming down. Good. So you're gonna help me put this behind your head so it doesn't pull in your earrings or your hair.
Okay.
And pull your hair through. Oh, here, let me put those down on the shelf for you, okay?
Okay.
Here, I'll put it in all your things. I'm gonna put it on your phone so you won't lose it. We always know where our phone is, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna set this up first where I pull and make sure it's catching the back of your head just right. Do you feel like it's sliding or it's good?
Nope, it's good.
All right, so I'm gonna do a real one. I'm gonna stretch and then pull.
Okay.
Big breath in and blow it out.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. What do you think of that one?
That was great.
Where'd you feel it
Did
release?
you hear it? It felt good.
Yeah, it made a noise too.
All of it in here.
Yeah.
And that's exactly where I needed it too.
Good, good.
Yes.
So now I'm gonna do a little bit more. I'm gonna adjust C2 on this side. You ready? Big breath in and blow it out. Got it.
Felt great.
Now that I have that beginning to loosen, I'm going to start stretching this more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That feels good.
So now I'm really putting leverage into this.
And that's where all my pain is. Right there.
And just separating this. So I'm basically stretching this whole panel. Now I'm going to stretch this way. Now I'm going to also stretch through the kind of upper cervical. I'm pulling her skull on the right edge underneath. You can't see that. And I'm bringing the head down. Good. I'm going to do the other side. You feel that stretch though. It's pretty deep, right? Almost cracked. Got it.
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Wasn't that cool? That was a good
I didn't
adjustment.
even know my neck can do that stuff.
Yeah. Scoot down towards me. Now lie face down. Would you tell us what your best long jump was?
19.5.
19.5. Not a bad career, right?
No.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
there's
I
a
felt
click.
that.
That just made a little pop, right?
Right there.
Right in there is good too, right? So let's do one here. You're going to turn your face to the side. Does that tighten your neck or is that okay?
Nope, that's good.
All right. Big breath in. And we're going to watch right in here and blow it out. Okay. And one more here.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm going to have you lie on your back and I'm going to do more into that same area because I think there's still something. There's one.
There it is.
Good. So now lie on your side facing me and pull this top knee up.
Oh,
Got it.
yeah.
That was
That
big,
was
right?
good.
Good. So now lie on your side facing me this way. That was like 5 pops, I think.
Uh-huh.
I think every
Even before you did it, I felt it going.
was
I
it
felt
already
it moving,
releasing? Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yes.
That was a good one too. So that was a single, but it was the right one. It was where it was stuck. So lie on your back. I'm just gonna pull on the leg a little bit.
Oh,
Good.
got it.
That one's fine. All right. Let's see. How's that left rib doing? Do you want to do anything else with it? Or stand up and feel it, okay? You know, the one that snapped.
Yeah. So it's it's this one, and you can actually feel it. It's just dangling there. So it's always it feels like it's been back in place since you worked on it. But every time I try to do this, I always try to manipulate it to go back into place.
Yeah, so let's do something. You're going to lie on your side facing this wall.
Okay.
So you're going to be like this. Okay? You know, it's funny. I have my daughter's 25 years old. Her name's Lily. And she's always like, Dad, you don't have to demonstrate. You could have just said lie on your side. So I have a problem with that. I always have to like demonstrate. If I go, oh, you should call that person, I put my hand up. You don't have to put your hand up. We know what calling a person is. So I did to you. I just did it. Exactly. So if she watches, she's going to go, Dad, you didn't have to lie on your side. She knows what that means. But there you go. I do that quite a bit. Is it son or daughter?
Daughter. I'm sorry, son.
Son. See, it's a good adjustment if she doesn't even remember she has kids. You have kids, right?
Yes.
I have a daughter.
A son.
A son. So she's probably still madly in love with you where she doesn't find you annoying, or does she find you annoying yet?
I'm annoying.
Oh, you're annoying? Because kids at somewhere around 8 to 10 years old, they find their parents, like we embarrass them. So I was that type of parent, I have to say. So I'm going to come into this rib now. Good. And it's more out this way, right?
Yes. That one.
All right. So I'm just going to, I'm digging in really deep. Could I pull the shirt up just enough to show my fingertips? So I'm not going to show everything, okay? Just a little bit of exposure so I can show where I'm going in. So I'm going in really deep until my finger is gone.
That one right there.
Yeah, because I have to grab the tip of the rib with my finger. So it's actually the top finger is grabbing the rib right now. So I can almost move that away, but I'm keeping the other one in for support. I can get more leverage. So I'm on that rib there, and that should just be right on it. You feel that, right? Again, I'm keeping you covered because we're not going to make this into getting your shirt out of the way, but I just want to show this point, and a lot of people have no idea. Come around this way now, and let's tuck this in here. Here, tuck that a little bit in so you don't have, your front of you exposed. But you can see my fingers I'm going in like 2 inches deep to get around that rib. Really, really in there.
That's it.
Now I'm going really deep. Now I'm almost this far in. You feel that, right? Look at my arm. So I put it. There's tension. The drive is coming straight through my elbow, down my wrist, and I literally have my index finger into her stomach. All right. Now stand up and test it again.
That was it.
That was a cool spot, though, right?
Oh yes.
Test it. Like move around a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So I used to always have problems going to the side,
What's it feel like now?
It's much better.
Okay,
I
good.
used to, every time I try to lean, this is how far I would go. So like, this was always like this, and here, this one, I'm stuck here, but now I can, I can feel it, definitely.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right. I'm very grateful that you came in today. Thank you.
Thank you.
What was your favorite, part of the adjustment?
My favorite?
Yeah, which crack? The white strap?
I always, it just feels, there's a relief when you actually take my neck and lift it off my shoulders.
So this is your second adjustment. And how have you been now that you've had 2?
Great.
What's improved?
So the whole weekend, I was even talking about it this week. Since when did I come?
Like 5 days ago?
5 days ago, yeah. And since I've been here, me going like this all the time, no problem. I used to always have problems going backwards.
You couldn't go back?
I couldn't go back with my neck.
Now you can.
When I was doing it with you, I was like this, and I had to hold my neck up.
Right.
So now it's so much better.
Wow.
Yes.
Go all the way back and hold it. Don't come out of it. That's full extension.
Mm-hmm.
She was like this.
Yeah, I had to.
And then she literally had to
myself
hold
up.
because it was too
Yeah.
painful.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. That's a good change.
Yes, thank you.
In 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right,
thank
Sam.
you.
Got it.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one too.